on the Olympic Zone.
That right there was the greatest run of Gus Kenworthy's life.
After winning silver in Sochi, freestyle skier Gus Kenworthy traveled to Africa to see how sports bring hope to life in a refugee camp. Plus, short track and figure skating, two sports with almost nothing in common, except they share the same ice. So how do they coexist in one venue? Rutledge Wood meets the man in charge.
That's an ice meister right there, my friends.
And for snowboarder Julia Marino and her family, these have been no ordinary games. They've been an opportunity for a joyful reunion and a celebration with distant friends. Next on the Olympic Zone.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Olympic Zone. I'm Lee Anderson. We begin today on the ski mountain where Team USA's Gus Kenworthy won the silver medal in Sochi and returns to compete in Pyeongchang. Mike Allen has more. Mike?
Lee, after winning that silver medal, Kenworthy took some time away from training to travel to a refugee camp in Uganda. There he got a first-hand look at the importance of sports among displaced groups in the area. Take a look.
The Olympic Zone, brought to you by Comcast Business, built for business.
In the Rio Games, for the first time ever, there was a team comprised entirely of refugee athletes.
Such love and admiration for these athletes.
I went to see what it was like to live in a refugee camp and also just show how sport gives these people a sense of self, gives them something to strive for.
How's it going? Hey guys.
Jewe nitwa Niyonzima Alexis. Jewe mva mu bwoko bw'abaganwa abarundi batemera yuko bashobora kuvuga kugera ubu je ubuzi kwiruka ni nk'ubuzima bwanje kubera ko niho mbona yuko nshobora ubuzima bwanje bushobora gutera imbere.
Today, running out of the camp was kind of symbolic. To be able to run and just be free for a moment and not be thinking about anything else, I think is really beautiful.
Jina langu Stella Mulunguti Fora. Nilikuja huku juu kwanza kwetu Mkongo mko insecurity.
For me, sport has always been an amazing way to kind of escape my everyday life and escape stresses.
Quand je joue au basket, j'oublie tous les problèmes, j'oublie tout ce qui s'est trouvé au Congo. Vraiment, je rêve un jour aller ailleurs, play les basketball.
Asante sana, tumesomea kwanza kwetu Mkongo, mimi niko miaka 9.
They're amazing at tumbling. This is 100% what I would be doing if I lived in this refugee camp, because when I was a kid, this is literally all I did. 3, 2, 1. Estella sings in the church choir, and so we came to check it out. For me, being able to partake in all these different sports with these refugees, just being able to feel their spirit is kind of the spirit that the Olympics embodies. It's that of inclusion. A lot of the times we can't speak, but it doesn't really matter because sport and music and the different things that we got to enjoy here are just universal.
After the trip, Kenworthy called the experience eye-opening and even more emotional than he expected. Lee, back to you.
Last night you might have seen Ben's Loren Ross ski the Super G during prime time. She placed 15th overall, and tonight another Central Oregon athlete is set to compete. 3-time Olympian Tommy Ford will race in the men's giant slalom. Ford's the last of 4 Central Oregon Olympians competing in Pyeongchang. Events like his have been most affected by the weather conditions there. Freezing temperatures and winds up to 60 miles per hour this week have thrown many athletes off their game. Ford says as long as conditions are not extreme, he'll be ready to compete.
I mean, it seems like it can be pretty windy here and obviously cold. It's tougher with speed events to get those races off when it's like this. With tech, it's usually you can usually get a tech race off unless it's absolutely ridiculous, but we haven't seen total ridiculousness yet, so I'm confident it'll happen.
According to the start list, Ford will ski 22nd in run 1 of the giant slalom tonight. That's starting in just a few minutes at 5:15. Several coaches are helping hundreds of kids literally race down the mountain to get to the very top. And News Channel 21's Jesse Foster is here to explain exactly what that means. Jesse?
Well, Lee, whether it's freestyle skiing and snowboarding or cross-country skiing, NBSCF coaches know it's going to take time, effort, and a good attitude to have a shot at Olympic gold.
Group the kids up, talk them through the next features, and then go ahead and send them out.
Coggan Hill herds his squad around the mountain. The NBSCF free ride ski and snowboard director has coached for 15 years and knows this fast-paced sport is more of a marathon than a sprint. But it also has to remain fun.
If it's not fun, and then they get to the point they may be some of the best in the world, but if they're not enjoying it anymore, they're not going to do well at events and they'll get burnt out.
Over 200 kids are in the program that develops riders' freestyle and carving skills, and many of them started at an early age and then chose to pursue freestyle skiing or boarding. While not all of them dream of the Olympics, some hope to shoot for the stars. Coaches begin watching kids at an early age to see if they have the potential.
I'm looking for kids that are just really passionate about the sport, that really enjoy it. You know, they're willing to make sacrifices and do some online school so that they can be up here.
Hill said young athletes need to be coachable, step out of their comfort zone, and be willing to fall or fail. And talent alone is not enough to get someone to the Olympic podium.
You get to a certain point, and there are lots of naturally talented athletes out there, but to get to that next level, you have to have a lot of dedication.
But that dedication needs a support system.
From the right to the left, lock in.
Over 30 coaches guide the free ride ski and snowboard program and do their best to create a positive environment that also challenges each other and the athletes. Hill says he looks for coaches who want to share their love of the sport with the kids.
It's a combination of, previous competition experience, some skills on the hill, but then also, being passionate about the kids.
At the base of the mountain, a very different snow sport with the same goals. Cross-country skiers snap into their boots for hours of lung-busting training. Dan Simoneau directs the NBSCF Nordic program. Some of his athletes train 300 days out of the year.
The term I use is we teach the process of excellence, and that's a process that applies in life.
The sport is extremely fitness-oriented.
Okay, crawl to me!
And coaches take the kids from level to level and step by step.
You have to break everything down into pieces. What's my fitness level? What's my strength fitness level? What's my endurance fitness level? What's my speed level? You teach that, break it down, and then figure out your weaknesses and work on it.
Simoneau stresses the sport has become faster and more intense. And even though years have gone by since he was in the Olympics, the feeling of making it to the top has not changed.
There's a joy in a kid's eyes when they accomplish this thing they didn't think they could.
But no matter what, to reach that level, you have to remember the fundamentals.
Our mission is not to create Olympians. Our mission is to be a good ski club that teaches a lot of good values. And yeah, hopefully, I hope an Olympian pops out the top, and I hope I cry when they walk in the opening ceremonies.
Two different sports with one coaching goal: to help athletes be the best they can be. You can find more information about these local Olympic sport programs at nbscf.org and check out the online version of the story at ktvz.com. Jesse Foster, News Channel 21.
Coming up, your chance at a Hoodoo Ski Area prize pack. Stay with us.
Coming up on the Olympic Zone, caring for ice is an art form, and Rutledge Wood meets the man who's up to the job.
That's an ice meister right there, my friends.
Plus,
Julia!
Find out how a Korean family is paying back snowboarder Julia Marino for an act of kindness going back 15 years.
Friends for life. Friends for life.
It's that time for your chance to win a Hoodoo Ski Area prize pack. Let's head over to Mike with today's Olympic trivia. Mike?
Thanks, Lee. Remember, if you know the answer to today's question, head to the KTVZ.com homepage to play. Then we pick a winner at random. Yesterday, we asked when the Winter Olympic Games were first televised. The answer was 1956. Aaron Hoffman was our trivia winner for Friday. Aaron will be in touch to get you your Hoodoo prize pack. And today we're asking, which country has won the most medals in the history of the Winter Olympic Games? Is it Austria, Norway, or Liechtenstein? If you know the answer, head to our website's homepage to vote and enter to win those Hoodoo tickets. And be sure to check right back here on the Olympic Zone on Monday for another chance to win with another question. Lee, back to you.
12 different Olympic venues spread over 565 square miles in South Korea. Most can house only one sport, but there's one venue that's different. Here's NBC's Rutledge Wood.
Short track speed skating, the Olympic equivalent of a NASCAR race at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Something happened.
Who's down?
That's not a tire rub.
It's like watching strawberries in a blender. Olympic figure skating, by contrast, is built on elegance and beauty. And at Gangneung Ice Arena, the two share the same piece of real estate. And you may not know it, but the two sports have very different needs when it comes to the ice. So I decided to find the man in charge. They call him the Ice Meister.
I learned to skate maybe at 3 or 4 years.
His name is Remy Bowler. And if the title wasn't taken, the Frenchman's life story could be called Frozen. So Remy, how does one become an Ice Meister?
Oh, it's a long story. My first job is in Albertville. In the Olympic game, I was a Zomboni driver at 16 years.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Ice can be a cold business. But since those Winter Games in '92, Remy's become a hot ticket. Here, he leads the flip, flipping the ice arena from use on the short track to figure skating and back. Here's how he and the team do it. When short track ends, Remy's ice technicians zoom into action, laying down an extra 1/5 of an inch of ice for figure skating. Figure skating ice is also 4 degrees warmer than short track ice, so Remy dials up the heat for figures, then cranks up the cold on the switch back to short track as his Zambonis shave off that extra layer of ice.
And it's these tiny adjustments, right? Because it comes down to a medal for somebody if it's not perfect.
Yeah, sure.
For the Ice Meister, the clock is always ticking.
I need 3 hours to change the temp.
They'll do it 14 times in 16 days. How would Remy put it? The ice, she is a jealous mistress.
Do you get enough sleep while this is going on? Are you getting any sleep?
No, but sometimes I sleep on the machine. No, it's a joke. But no. It's really easy because I have a really good team. It's a dream team.
The dream team on ice.
Sure.
That's an Ice Meister right there, my friend.
The Ice Meister's job is even more difficult with the Olympic crowds because if the arena's full, temperatures can go up by as many as 10 degrees in 10 minutes. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Olympic Zone, Natalie Morales tells the story behind the emotional reunion between two families separated by nearly 7,000 miles.
Welcome to Korea.
20-year-old Julia Marino made her Olympic debut this week, but the snowboarder's connection to South Korea goes all the way back to when she was just 5 years old. NBC's Natalie Morales has more.
You're looking at Julia Marino, the 20-year-old out of Westport, Connecticut.
For snowboarder Julia Marino and her childhood friend Chai Kim, the bonds run far and deep. They met in kindergarten when Chai's parents moved to the U.S. from Seoul, and the two became fast friends. Chai's parents worked long hours, so the Marino family took Chai in as one of their own.
Hi, Chaeyoung.
Her family would take me to different after-school activities, and we would go on play dates together, and so we quickly bonded over these mutual activities. It felt as if I was a member of their family. When I wasn't in school, I would either be at my house or her house.
Julia took up snowboarding at age 8 and spent a lot of time on the road.
Give it up for Julia Marino!
Never imagining it would lead to a reunion in Chai's hometown.
Oh my God.
Julia, where are you?
Julia! Oh my God. Welcome to Korea.
Thank you.
It's funny because when we were kids, we would be talking about it a bunch when we were younger. Like, she would go away to Korea for the summer, and we would email each other back and forth and be like, oh, one time I should come to Korea and check it out. And now finally I'm like, I'm so excited to be going to the Olympics, and it just happens to be in South Korea at the same time.
Giving Chai the opportunity to show the Marino family the same hospitality they offered her for so many years.
The whole family's here, and this is a real special reunion, right, with Chai? So how crucial was it to have somebody like Chai to help you guys with, what, 15 of Marinos
We're
here?
all total, we'll be 16 we're all here, and it would not have been possible for us because we just didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. So we're really grateful that we're having a great time because of how much they've helped us. So thank you, Chai, sweetie.
The best of friends reunited on the journey of a lifetime.
She and the Marino family showed me America, but now I was able to show her Korea.
Friends for life.
Friends for life.
There it is, BFF.
Yeah. BFF. This is really cute.
Marino finished 11th in slopestyle, and she'll compete in the big air event starting tomorrow night. We're taking a break. Coming up, a look at today's medal count. Stay with us. It's time for a quick look at today's medal count. We're officially now halfway through the Olympic Winter Games. And Mike, where are we with the medals right now?
Well, Lee, Norway's been dominant so far in these games, as they usually are. And as far as medals go, the U.S. is still looking to break into double digits. As you can see here, we're still hanging in that 5th spot with 9 medals overall. Norway is still on top with 22 medals now, 7 of them gold. Germany has 9 gold medals, but has not earned any in the last 2 days. Meanwhile, Canada and the Netherlands round out the leaderboard with 15 and 13, respectively.
Well, we'll be interested to see what that final count is come time for the closing ceremonies. Speaking of Team USA, you just have 5 more days to get these Ralph Lauren closing ceremonies accessories as part of your winter wardrobe.
I love these because they have this little flap here where you can just stick your fingers to. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Lee, we're raising money for Oregon Adaptive Sports here in Bend by auctioning off a little piece of Team USA. Team USA wears these hat and mitten combos, even feature wool from right here in Oregon. You can head to our website's homepage and click the Bid Now button on the auction banner. Bidding ends on Thursday, February 22nd. We'll reach out to the highest 2 bidders, and then we'll do it all again for the second week of the Olympic Zone.
And we're starting the second week this weekend, on tomorrow. So anyway, not only this will come from Oregon, it comes from Shaniko, so it comes from Central Oregon.
That's right.
So there you go, a little piece of history. We're taking a quick break, and we'll have a look ahead at NBC Primetime after this. Thanks for joining us for this half hour of the Olympic Zone.
Tonight, local athlete Tommy Ford is going to compete in the men's giant slalom. Lee, I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. We'll be back Monday. Right now, here's Mike Tirico.
Hi, everyone. Mike Tirico from the International Broadcast Center. Coming up tonight on NBC in alpine skiing, it's the men's giant slalom. Outstanding field here, including 2-time Olympic gold medalist Ted Ligety and the Austrian superstar Marcel Hirscher, already a gold medalist here in the super combined. Should be a great atmosphere at the Gangneung Ice Arena, where the host nation South Korea has serious medal contenders in 2 short track events, the women's 1,500-meter final and the men's 1,000-meter final. That's all coming up tonight on NBC. And now we get that check of the temperature for the Pyeongchang area.
The current temperature in Pyeongchang is brought to you by the Nest Learning Thermostat.